You don't need to spend your hard-earned money on an expensive steak anymore. You can still enjoy a meal that's tender, juicy, and packed with flavor, using an affordable cut of beef from your local supermarket. Today, you'll discover a few simple kitchen hacks that can turn budget-friendly beef into a rich, delicious steak that tastes like something you'd order at a fancy restaurant. Keep watching to uncover the secret behind this amazing transformation. To give this dish that professional restaurant-quality flavor, the beef is clearly the star of the show. But here's the twist. I'm using a regular, inexpensive cut of beef, not some pricey steakhouse cut, and it still turns out incredibly tender and delicious, especially when paired with this elegant Italian-style side dish. To make it, we just need a few simple ingredients: fresh carrots, a splash of balsamic vinegar, a little cilantro, a few cloves of garlic, some creamy unsalted butter, and a squeeze of fresh lemon to brighten everything up. Since the carrots take a bit more time to cook, let's start with the side dish. First, simply trim off the top and bottom ends of your carrots. No need to peel them just yet. Leaving the skin on actually helps protect them as they boil, keeping all that natural sweetness locked inside. Next, bring a pot of water to a boil and add about 1 tablespoon of salt. That salt is key. It deepens the carrot's flavor and takes away that raw, earthy taste. Just drop them in and let them simmer gently for 20 to 30 minutes. As they cook, they'll soak up that saltiness and turn wonderfully tender. This little trick from a cooking show genuinely surprised me with how much it elevates the result. While they simmer, let's move on to prepping the beef. Now, let's move on to the beef. Arguably the most important step, if you want that budget-friendly supermarket steak to taste like a restaurant-grade meal. If you look closely at the meat after opening the package, you'll often notice a fair amount of liquid trapped in the container. Since the meat's been sealed for a while, this liquid can develop a slightly strong, unpleasant odor. And if you cook the steak with that still sitting on the surface, it'll negatively affect both the texture and the flavor. Next, sprinkle salt evenly over both sides of the steak. You want a nice, thin, consistent layer covering the whole surface. Don't forget the edges either. Let the meat rest on a tray or plate for about 10 to 15 minutes. During this time, the salt works its magic through a process called osmosis, drawing excess moisture out of the meat. Once that time's up, use a fresh paper towel to wipe away all that drawn-out moisture, along with any remaining salt. You really shouldn't skip this step. It's the absolute secret to getting a high-quality sear. Now that our steak is resting and drying out, let's go back to the side dish. Your carrots should be perfectly tender by now. Simply take them out of the pot and use your hands, or a small knife. To gently peel away the skin, you'll notice it slides off incredibly easily after boiling. That's exactly why we kept the skin on while boiling. It acts like a protective shell, locking in all the natural sweetness and flavor during cooking. Finally, cut your carrots into thick, rustic round slices. Just like you'd see served in a restaurant, this helps them hold onto that perfect, tender texture on the inside. Now, it's time to cook the steak. Place your frying pan over high heat and let it get nice and hot. Since this cut is only about a centimeter thick, high heat is absolutely vital. We need that beautiful, crispy golden brown crust to form quickly, so we don't accidentally overcook the center. Once the pan's ready, add a splash of olive oil and wait until you see a faint wisp of smoke rising from the surface. This is the perfect moment to lay the steak down. The second the meat hits the pan, you should hear a loud, satisfying sizzle. That's the oil working to form a delicious crust. Let it cook undisturbed for about 40 to 50 seconds. Try not to move it around too much. We want that heat to create an even golden brown sear. After that, flip it over and repeat the process on the other side for another 40 seconds or so. Once the steak has a beautiful crust on both sides, take it out of the pan. Transfer it to a plate or tray and tent it loosely with aluminum foil to keep it warm while it rests. Just make sure not to wrap it too tightly, that would trap steam. Soften the surface and ruin that crispy crust we worked so hard for. Now, let's finish our side dish. We're going to reuse the same pan we just used for the steak. Don't clean it. Those brown caramelized bits left on the bottom are packed with incredible flavor that'll make our carrots taste amazing. Add a little more olive oil to the pan, along with a few crushed garlic cloves. Then drop in those tender carrot slices and cook them over medium-low heat for about 10 minutes. This helps remove any excess moisture from the surface, letting their natural sweetness become much richer and more concentrated. As they cook, the garlic will soften in the oil, infusing the whole dish with a wonderful light aroma. One quick tip: keep an eye on your garlic so it doesn't burn. If it starts browning too fast, just move the cloves on top of the carrots to slow their cooking down. Once the carrots are tender and glossy, we're ready for the final step, the one that brings that true restaurant-style depth to the dish. First, use a paper towel to lightly wipe away any excess oil from the pan. Then add a generous knob of unsalted butter directly into the warm skillet. Keep the heat low and let the butter melt slowly. You'll see it turn a beautiful golden color and release a rich, nutty fragrance. This brown butter is the secret finishing touch that elevates the whole meal. Now, it's time to bring everything together. Take your rested steak and place it back into the pan with the browned butter. Remember those flavorful meat juices that collected on the tray while the steak was resting. Don't throw them away. Pour them into a small bowl with a splash of balsamic vinegar and mix it well. Add the steak into the pan and quickly pour that mixture right over the meat. We're not trying to cook the steak through again, we just want to warm it, glaze it, and let those deep, tangy flavors coat both the meat and the carrots. Sprinkle over a little black pepper, and your choice of fresh herbs, cilantro, parsley, or thyme, all work beautifully here. Spoon that gorgeous, glossy sauce over the steak and carrots until everything is glistening and looking absolutely irresistible. Once the steak is warmed through and beautifully coated, take it out of the pan and slice it into bite-sized pieces. And look at that, a stunning golden brown crust on the outside, with a perfectly pink, tender, juicy center underneath. It's honestly hard to believe this started out as just an inexpensive piece of supermarket beef. But as you can see, the technique really does make all the difference. Now, to plate it like they would in a restaurant, start by neatly arranging your carrot slices across the plate. Then carefully lay the sliced beef right on top. Go ahead and drizzle any remaining balsamic sauce from the pan over the meat. And add a few of those roasted garlic cloves on the side for extra flavor. Finish it off with a fresh lemon wedge and a small sprig of cilantro, just to add a nice pop of color and freshness. A squeeze of lemon at the end is really the secret here. The acidity cuts right through the richness, balancing out the butter and the beef perfectly, so every bite feels light instead of heavy. When you finally take a bite, you'll get that rich, juicy tenderness from the beef, paired with the natural sweetness of the carrots, and finished with that tangy balsamic depth, tying it all together. It really is a perfect restaurant-quality meal, made right at home with simple, budget-friendly ingredients. Thanks so much for watching, and I really hope you give this a try for your next family dinner.